This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Ready? Okay. Good luck.
Please continue to submit your greetings and we'll be sure to read them throughout the show. Back to you, Sister Macy.
Welcome back to another episode of Explore Mountain States.
That's it for the weather
And moving
updates.
on to our district news update.
Only here.
On INCRadio, Mountain States.
Good afternoon, Mountain States. Welcome to INCRadio, Mountain States, and this is your host for today, Sister Millian Bernice from the local congregation of Las Vegas. Our time here is 4:01 p.m. Pacific. Is it Pacific Standard Time? Yes, right. Yes, Pacific Standard Time. Still catching up in our time zones, but yeah, it's 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 5 p.m. Mountain Time in the Philippines. Magandang umaga po sa mga nakatune in sa DZM 954 AM station band. It's 7 a.m. and it's a Sunday in the Philippines, so they are in the future just to let you all know. We'll ask them how Sunday will be for all of us, but here in Vegas, it is not that warm and not that cold. We're at 89 degrees Fahrenheit here in Las Vegas. We'll ask, the other brethren if it's the same in their area. But yeah, today is a very interesting topic because we will be talking about the word of the year in 2023 by Merriam Dictionary. Most searched buzzword, that's what they call it. And this word is authenticity. Why was it the word of the year? Because it says it was commonly, it's the highest, what do we call this? Highest search word. It's the most searched buzzword commonly associated with topics like AI, pop culture, identity, social media, and something to do with all of those. So they claim it the word of the year of 2023. Let's talk about that. And to help me, Siyempre, I'm not alone. We have with our amazing panelists for today. Let's start with my co-host, Ate Macy. Hi, Ate Mace.
Hi, Ate Mylene. Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Yeah, there's Ate Macy from Las Vegas as well. We also have Kuya Levi. Kuya Levi, welcome back.
Yes, thank you so much. And it feels really good to be back. It's so good to be online with everybody here.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Kuya Levi, for joining us. And we also joined by two special guests for today. Let's start with Brother Freddie Jones. Brother Freddie Jones, how are you doing?
I am wonderful. Thank you guys for having me on back again. Thank you.
How does it feel being on radio? Is this your first time? I know you're always on our TV report, right?
Brother Freddie is OG INC Radio. He
OG Mountain States Radio.
Yay!
He was on
So
our
this is a comeback. Welcome back. We also have
Thank you.
one of our regular guests, one of our favorite panelists, Brother Ralph Cabiltis from North Las Vegas. Hello po, Kadap.
Hi po everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, I don't know. But I appreciate you having me again po. I really appreciate your time today. I hope we can make some good time together again.
Of course, as always, because here in INCRadio Mountain States, we only have enjoyable topics for everyone. And thank you, Team Live Chat, for also tuning in. You can still, share the link and get our hashtags going on. Let's see. We have hashtag Las Vegas, hashtag West Las Vegas, hashtag Henderson, and of course South Las Vegas in our Team Live Chat. Ate Macy will help us with our comment section in a little bit. But for now, let's start with our topic overview. When you hear the word authenticity, Brother Freddie, what comes to mind? Tell us about your take on authenticity.
The the word genuine usually rings sound and true. When I hear that word authenticity, um, also not the opposite of being fake.
Definitely. Yeah, like you see what you get, or you hear what you see. Something like
Yes.
that. Walking the talk and all that. Yeah, that's true. I can't agree anymore. What about you, Kuya Levi? What's your take on authenticity?
I think it's just for me, following along the lines with what Brother Freddie said, being genuine, also being original. It's okay to be in a way like somebody else, but ultimately there's your way of doing things that are different than the way anyone else would do things, and just stick to that. It's being truthful to that part of yourself.
I like that original, because sometimes we get, people get to conform just to fit in. But if you're authentic, you don't. You present yourself as the original you. I like that, Brother Levi. And one thing they say about authenticity is that it is challenging to measure or to detect, because it's not an action word, right? Brother Ralph, what's your take on this? They said it's how can you tell when a person is authentic, or do you have a meter to measure authenticity?
I don't see any meter on Amazon, po. So, but I will we'll try to answer the question. All right. So, for me, my take on it, it's like aside from, of course, being genuine, which is very good, Brother Freddy and Brother Levi, being true to yourself, of course. For me, it's like writing your own story. Every one of us have our own story, right?
Yes.
We can change it, and we can start from the beginning again if we made mistakes. But in totality and in a nutshell, it's like we write our own story. Yun po.
Yeah. I like that too. I mean, no editing, no filter. And I think that's what makes, being authentic today very challenging. Don't you think, Ate Macy, with all the AIs, social media, chasing the clout, so they say, and all of this filters and all that. What's your take on, the challenges of being authentic
I
ultimately?
think, I mean, there's definitely a lot of challenges, right? Nothing in front of you right now can be trusted the same way as before. Even the things that you watch on TV, people that you may be watching, you know, they might not even be real. They could be like what you
Oh,
said with the proliferation of AI nowadays. Voices, faces, gestures, everything can be copied. These computers are smart. So for me, when I say authenticity, I actually have a slightly different take from it. I take it as sincerity. You say what you mean and you mean what you say. Being an authentic person. I think that has a lot to do with it. Right now, we don't really talk the same way as before, where you talk person to person. You talk in real time. Everything is through messaging platforms. It's hard to tell what's sincere from what's not sincere. And so we have to work a little bit harder on that when we're passing on the message via email, passing on the message via text messages or these messaging platforms. Um, how do you show that it's actually you? I think it's
yeah.
your sincerity, like by really saying what you mean and meaning what you say.
That's true, I think, Mace. And I think we're in the generation where, it's hard. I mean, yeah, I can say it's hard to really show who you truly are and be authentic when you feel like you're being judged all the time. With our social media platforms, you cannot air your flaws with the fear of being judged. And I think that's why nowadays you can say being authentic is ideal, but is it really that easy to put your true self out there? What's your take on that, Brother Freddie?
Wow, that's a really good question. I mean, when you just put yourself out there like that, well, if you if you're always yourself, then you're not gonna always you're not gonna never be on the spot. When
Right.
someone asks you a question, such as this one, you put me on the spot. No, no, I guess I'm ready for it.
Sorry.
I'm ready for it. But yeah, just you always have to expect the unexpected and roll with the punches.
Yeah, I like that. And I think that's one of the key of being authentic too is the consistency. Because if you're used to really putting yourself out there, flaws and all, be apologetic of those that, you're not meant to do, or, not afraid of, showing your flaws or making mistakes, sharing your failures and all that, I think it's easier to be out there authentic. But there are still times that we find it challenging. But with Brother Levi, what's your take on um, showing your authentic self when it comes to presenting yourself, maybe as um, somebody who is member of the Church of Christ? You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah, I think even just in general, authenticity is really hard to do because, especially with as you guys were talking about just moments earlier about social media, it's so quick for people to jump on. Even if you're just being truthful about who you are, there's always someone who's going to have something negative to say about that. So that is the one of the biggest challenges that we face nowadays, especially with modern technology. But as members of the church, um, how I let that shine is I don't necessarily brandish it like just flash it in everyone's face. It's about what we're being taught to be, lights of the world. You just stand by what's the right thing to do. You always do what is good. And what in the few occasions of my life, I'm pretty sure all of us have experienced it at some point. Someone at some point asked you, "Why are you like this? Why are you like this? Why do you do this when everyone else does this?" And that's
Mm-hmm.
when you say, "Hey, it's because I am a member of the church and we're taught to be like this and not like this. And I understand that I won't be like the rest of the world. And that's okay with me because, this is how I'm taught. This is what I believe." And I think for a lot of the people that I've met, there were a few of them, to be honest, growing up that have been able to bring to the church. And for those that I haven't, there was a certain level of mutual respect because they've opened up to me and said, it wasn't easy for um, other people who I've met who go to church to admit that they go to church, they are religious. Because again, how much even you're trying to do a good thing, go to church, be religious. Someone is always quick to jump on it and say, "Oh, to peg you is like, oh, you're one of them," and things like that. But you just kind of brush that over when you see just how much influence you can have by being authentic.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Kuya Levi, there's a lot of great points you brought out there. I remember hearing this from one of our worship services that nowadays in our world, the norm becomes something that we have to be ashamed about. You know what I mean? Like going to church that we should be proud about for others is like, very scary to disclose because you're not in, you won't fit in. But we are so blessed that us in the members of the Church of Christ, our church administration never fails to remind us and to help us raise our kids, even, to be authentically true to our core values and belief as Christians,
Authentic
members,
Christian.
yeah, as
That's
members of
it.
the Church of Christ.
Mhm.
Yes, Ate
I
Mays.
always tell this to the young ones too, how you are inside
Mhm.
the church, when you attend church, when you do all these activities, how you are in there should be how you are out there too. There shouldn't be two different personalities, right?
That's true.
You have to be authentically Christian wherever you are. I just want to mention some of the comments from our team live chat here. We have Sister Norma Sanson from South Las Vegas. She said that authenticity, also, she defines it as a person who admits their mistakes and takes responsibility for their actions. Okay, that's also another, a different take on authenticity, which is really good. And also a big shout out to our beloved district minister in Mountain States, Brother Lowell Nukum. He sent us a quick message. He said, always grateful for INC Radio Mountain States for timely, meaningful, insightful discussion. Thank you also to everyone in the live chat. Thank you, po, Brother Lowell, for tuning with us today. And there's many more from our team live chat that are um, consistently sharing their thoughts on this topic, boss. So please keep them coming. I see Sister Ina from Las Vegas also said, "What's good now is not natural nowadays, and what's bad now is in." The same way as what you did at the Maylin, right? Which is very sad, but you know what? That is why we are here. That is why we continue to put our thoughts out there, the Christian values out there through a platform like INC Radio Mountain State. So, Team Live Chat, please keep your comments coming in, Bo. We'll read them throughout the show.
All right, thank you, Ate Macy. And while on it, I think it's also time now to present our upcoming activities for our district. So here's our INC Radio. What's up, Mountain States?
What's up, Mountain States?
Oh, yeah. What's up, Mountain States, indeed. As you all are very aware by now, Mountain States, we don't rest here, right? There's always something going on in our district, and this weekend in particular is very exciting, brothers and sisters. I know a lot of you in the team live chat are aware of this. To our brethren who are tuning in just for the first time, here are the activities that are happening in our district this coming week. The first one is the Binhi Formal, that will be happening on May 26th. That will be tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow at 6 p.m. Registration is still open, and these Binhi members are the ones that are baptized from 12 or 13 to 17 years old. So to our parents, please ensure that you bring your children to this Binhi Formal. It will be at the Henderson House of Worship compound. So please take note of that address. And of course, the highly anticipated Unity Games happening on May 27, Monday. It starts at 7 a.m. for the registration, brothers and sisters. So please be up early, and we'll all meet at the UNLV sports or UNLV Student Recreation and Wellness Center. Players registration is from 7 a.m. to 8:15 a.m. and I believe the first games start at 10 a.m. In addition to basketball, volleyball, chess, and CWS dodgeball, there will also be bowling that will happen at Suncoast Bowling Center, which is happening at the same time as the basketball, volleyball, and chess. So I guess there's a competition of which sport will have the most spectators, right? So if you're into bowling, then that will be in Suncoast. It will also start at 7:30. It says 7:30 to 8 a.m. here, but
I think that's the registration.
that's for the registration at 7:30 registration. So we hope to see you all there, brothers and sisters. We see all the locals actually preparing so hard for this. There were even some uniform dress rehearsals for
Wow.
their practices. So it is a big deal. We can't wait to be with you all for the District Unity Games on May 27. And of course, we always want to use a little bit of our time as well to greet everyone in the team live chat. I lost it already, but we have someone who is greeting us from Caloocan in the Philippines. So sorry po, it was lost into the all of the, oh, here, I found it. Brother Mario Oka, good morning here in the Philippines and enjoy watching. Greetings from local of Brixtonville, District of Caloocan North. Magandang umaga po sa inyo dyan. Yeah, I'm sure he woke up very early to tune in with us here on INC Radio Mountain States. And of course, we have all of our hashtag participants here. I see a lot of hashtag SLV, hashtag WLV. We see some hashtag Blue Diamond and hashtag Las Vegas here. Hopefully we see the rest of the locals as well. Sister Melka Nukum also sends us a greeting. Greetings to all tuning in INC Radio Mountain States. Hashtag Henderson. And there was one comment here as well. Oh, that was Kuya Levi. Kuya Levi, we can hear from you later on. But there you have it. We have a bunch And I will just read them throughout our topic discussion, Ate Mylene. Back to you.
Thank you, Ate Macy. Yeah, if you have something to say or if you wanna, share your input about our topic, please type in the live chat, and Ate Macy's there to be your voice for our today's discussion. And also, don't forget to like and share our link right now. Um, yeah, we have our own link here on INC Radio. We are also live on our INC Radio DZM 954 AM station band and at iglesianiccristo.net/INC Radio .net. So yeah, keep sharing and liking our link. Thank you all for tuning in today and continuing on with our topic for today. Again, we are talking about authenticity, and I think we're Brother Dap now, right? As you know, our scan
Thank you.
district president, right, Brother Dap?
But, I'm so sorry to butt in. I just want to.
No, that's
There's just these very witty comments right now as we were talking about Unity games. So our brethren kept saying like authentic unity, they kept shouting authentic
yes.
unity. And then we have Sister Shan Bernardino who said, I am authentically competitive. Good luck, everyone, in the Unity games.
Wow.
Las Vegas. If you don't know Sister Shen, she's very, very good in volleyball. So
All right.
I've always been scared when our local had to play against their team before. So there you go. I'm authentically scared now for Monday.
All right. Talking about being authentic. But as officers in the church, it 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 is important to be authentic, but how challenging it is for you, Brother Dap, when a lot of people look up to you and expect a lot of you because you're just the scan district president, am I right? Or is that for yeah, because I see you I see you all the time. So tell us about it. Is there a pressure, challenge? Do you find it hard to carry a reputation? Or tell us about it, Brother Dow.
Yes, Paul. So first of all, it's not easy, right? So we all know that. But as in the lines of being authentic po, mga kapatid, even at church or wherever you are, or what in any field that you're into, being authentic is first you have to know who are you, like well, what are your values, right? What are your principles in life? And so, kasi po our actions, the way we speak, the way we talk, we walk, everything else reflects on our values, po, brethren. In the church, of course, we're always being taught about the values of being a church member. So pretty much we're all the same level with that. It's just how we apply it. But anyways, but with regards to your question, uh, I don't know. I mean, it's just when I go out there, po, it's just me. I just try to be me. You don't please everyone because you cannot, right? But it doesn't matter how good you are, how perfect you think you are. Someone will still say something to you, and we just can't control other people. That's just the reality, po, brethren. And then also in the church, of course, we respect each other. If some are shy, some doesn't talk much, maybe some are just very sociable. It doesn't matter who you are. We're the same church. We're all at the same level when it comes to services to God. And so, being, trying to lead the scans for, again, it's not easy, but I just do my best. I mean, I go out there, I try to be me. I make sure that they feel that I love them. Each can member that I love, I try to help everybody, and it's up to them. I mean, as long as, like I said earlier, but you gotta know who are you, like what are your values. So my values, po, and who am I is that I will love each and every scan member, and of course my fellow officers and brethren in the church. I'll do what I think is good, and it's up to them, po, how will they take it. And that's about it.
That's very inspiring, Brother Ralph. And I think, yeah, that's the epitome of our faith, right? We do everything for God's glory. It doesn't matter what other people think, so long as our goal and sole purpose is to pray, be pleasing to our Almighty God. I think it's all that matters, right, Brother Levi? What's your take on that?
That's actually very, very true.
Mm.
And it's not so much that I feel like, especially in church activities, that we aren't authentic with each other, but I think that we just don't put enough forward because of that. But, we have a very unifying theme. Because it's always easiest to be just relaxed, more comfortable being yourself with someone you have a lot in common. But we have the most important thing in common is that we share the same faith. So, but as Brother Dab said, you're still going to meet people who are shy, which is fine. And you're I wanted everyone who's watching here to know you are fine just the way you are. You don't have to conform to any other ideas or values. Just come as you are. And to make a comment again about the Unity games, there was something I posted on YouTube, something I posted on the chat. I was challenging everyone to meet at least two people from every locale during the Unity games because I think we all can win during Unity games if we exhibit that authentic unity that everyone was talking about. And I think it's in a way one of the easiest ways to do that for us because we have that unifying
Mhm.
quality that we all share that same faith.
Yeah, and I think that was the highlight of last night's Friday Youth Mission, led by our district minister, Brother Luol Nukum, and Brother Alex Chavez. During our Unity games, it's not really about to compete, The other players fell down, you will help them, you will pick them up, right? It's about showing brotherhood. That's why we call it Unity games. The word unity comes first before the games. Yeah, thank you, Kuya Levi, Brother Levi, for sharing that. Brother, what about you, Brother Freddie? I know, it's not easy being an LOS officer too, because not only you're leading the brethren, you are, what do you call this? You invite others, right? Um, how do I say this? You lead the propagation of our faith or the sharing of our faith to non-members. How do you think being authentic help you, um, make that an easy task to really share what our faith is about, what Iglesia Ni Cristo is about, our unity, our faith, our doctrines. Yeah. So, do you think authenticity um, have an impact on being successful on doing that?
Of course, sister.
Mm.
Um, to be honest, sometimes when you're sharing your faith, you only get one opportunity. Sometimes you only get one opportunity to be able to convince that one person that you're trying to invite. But if they know who you are, if they know how you are, if they know that this is the same person that I met a long while ago, and you continue to keep that trait with you, then sometimes they'll be more understanding and even more receptive to your invite. When it comes down to them actually coming to a lesson or something like that, I guess that's up to them answering the call of God. But by you being able to, I guess, invite them when it comes to being LOS officer, Brother Levi said it best. It's always about us shining bright as the lights that we are of this world. If you're dark, no one is going to answer your or receive you when you ask them to come. Oh, no, 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 I don't want to be the same place as that person. So I hope I answered your question correctly, Sister
You
Maylee.
did, you did, brother Freddie. That's actually very relatable to me. If they see you, always complaining about what you do, burdens in this life, and then you go out there and invite them to your worship service, telling them you're members of the Church of Christ, of course, it will not be, as credible or as convincing as someone who appreciates everything, someone who is always grateful and always positive. And I think that's why I love our panelists for today. All of our panelists today are, the actual embodiment of the word authenticity, and I know they are the perfect fit to really discuss this, enjoyably fun and authentic to all our viewers today. And Ati Macy, as you know, I don't know how many offices you you hold, Ati Mace, but I don't know how you do it, like with jobs, with kids, but you never see her complain or tell people that, I had enough or I need a break or I'm burnout. you know, just being authentically her, so inspiring. What, I really look up to you on that at the Mace. But how do you think, being authentic really impacts your performance of your, duties inside the church?
Yeah, it's really going back to what I mentioned earlier, I think Eileen. It's we have to be constantly aware and conscious of this, of how we are as Christians and the values that we have, and applying that to to the entirety of your life, wherever you are, anywhere, and with anyone who you are with. Like that shouldn't be changing. And for example, like how diligent you are at school or at work. If you're already a professional, you're diligent and you do your best at school. You're authentically yourself, in your work ethics. That has to be the same way in the church, right? Or possibly even more too. That you have to be the same you wherever you are, and make that conscious awareness that that you that you are projecting is the Christian you. It's a
Yes.
very, yes, and that's very hard to make. I think if we all have that conscious awareness to be true to ourselves, um in exhibiting and in embodying the Christian values that we all have as members of the Church of Christ, that will make life so much easier because you don't have to fight it. It
Yeah.
has to come natural to you, and hopefully our younger brethren who are watching right now make that conscious decision, brothers and sisters, to decide as to who you are, because that when you answer that question today, it is going to affect the entirety of your life and your entire journey to adulthood.
That's true. And we're so blessed that we start them young, as early as, 4 years old, when they join the children worship service. The authentic Christian way of life is really introduced and, becomes a nature to them. Yes, Brother Freddie, what's your take on that? Before
I,
we head on to a station break, Brother Freddie?
I just wanted to elaborate more on what to Sister Macy was saying. Um, I know Sister Macy from a long time ago. Uh, and I also understand that she is exactly who she has always been. The topic today is authenticity. She doesn't have to try to be who she is. She is who she is.
Don't make her cry now.
You know, I'm sorry, Sister Macy, but no, really though, just saying that, you were saying, please, make sure you try harder to be this way and that way. But if you are authentic, there's no trying involved. It's that exactly who you are, and it's that personality trait that you're going to show all the time. So thank you, Sister Macy, for being exactly who you are all the time.
Oh, Brother Freddie, you too. I can say this exact same thing about you, Brother Freddie. I've also met Brother Freddie for a very long
Aw.
time. Actually, I think that's one trait among us, members of the Church of Christ. That's why the love of the brotherhood is there. It's alive. It's effective because all of us just have that consciousness in us that we are truly us. There's no pretense, there's no pretending. When I say, for example, I see Brother Freddie, how are you? Good afternoon. That's real. you're not saying it just because, oh, I just want to look approachable or whatnot. Same thing with you, Brother Levi, Brother Dap. When we all see each other and gather together in one group, how we present it's very easy and it's very light. I can say this about every other member of the Church of Christ. Remember, like when we go to places, right, and we attend worship services there, how do you feel when you attend that local for the very first time, not knowing anyone? Brother Freddie, right? How do you feel?
Oh, I feel so loved and
Right?
cared for.
Welcome, right?
Everyone
Yes. A
everyone's
short, if I may, a short story. Um, the first time I went out of the country, I went to go and meet my future wife to be. I was there in Austria, and I tell you, the brethren there were so loving. It was like I never left Las Vegas. It was home all over again. And I was like, wow, I couldn't believe it. It was so wonderful. The love of the brotherhood is so wonderful here inside of the Church of Christ. It's gotten me teared up. Sorry.
Yeah, yes, because there's no
Aww.
pretense.
That's very relatable, Brother Freddie. I mean, all of us at least went to a local or two that's not our own, right? And we all feel that welcoming vibe and really the homely, treatment from the brethren. That's a brotherhood inside the Church of Christ. Anyway, it's 4:36. How time flies when you're having fun, right? We're halfway of the show, and before we continue with our topic discussion, let's take a quick station break. We'll be right back and we'll be talking about more of authenticity. Please stay tuned.
You are listening to Iglesia Ni Cristo Radio, the voice of truth.
Αγαπώ το INCRadio διότι με κάνει να ξεχνώ τα προβλήματά μου και με κάνει χαρούμενη.
INCRadio uydu stüdyosunu seviyorum çünkü izlerken ve dinlerken bize bilgi ve ilham verici bir değer sağlıyor.
E amo INCRadio perché mi permette di conoscere tanti fratelli in tutto il mondo.
Ik hou van INC Radio omdat ik dan inspirerende lessen hoor.
Hi there. I love INC Radio because it helps me communicate and reach out, be able to talk to people who I might not have been able to previously. It lets me have that connection with people, it lets me be able to conversate with people, it lets me report on different things. And most especially, it's actually quite fun.
Welcome back to INC Radio Mountain States. You're still tuned in with us, and we are still talking about authenticity. Okay, just a quick recap. We talked about how authenticity guided each and every one of us in performing our duties and also presenting ourselves out there. Now let's talk a little bit about our social or our connections, our networking. It says, authenticity is a power. If you have it, you have it. You get solid and real connections. And how do you think you can relate to that as a professional, brother Ralph? How do you think um, being authentic help you achieve your goal as to, career wise or your profession or your business? Yeah, whatever your you have right now.
Yes, po. Thanks for the question, no, Sister Maylene. And so I think I heard it earlier. Someone said it. Just being responsible, just being responsible for everything. In our business, po, sometimes we make mistakes. Customers complain, clients say here and there, but we man up. I man up for it. Take full responsibility of everything. Try to fix what's needed to be fixed, and then just move on. In life, po, we're just gonna have some ups and downs. Sometimes it rains, sometimes it's sun. There's sunshines. And so we just have to be true to what we're doing, true to ourselves, and to whatever we do. And when it comes to networking or socializing with people, we kept saying it, but that just be yourself, but sometimes, it's good to try to at least try to grow, uh,
Mhm.
try to grow yourself too. You can't be like the same like forever, right? So there's a lot of ways to grow, a lot of books to read, a lot of audios to listen, and so many things, especially now. But we pretty much have everything right now with this technology we have. It's very easy to learn whatever it is that you want to learn. It's super easy. In like an hour, you can learn a lot of things that if that was before, it may maybe take them a year or so, But right now, Paul, let's take advantage of everything we have, and so we can use it for benefit as well, you know. Paul.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we all, I think everybody can relate to failures and, mistakes. And I think it all comes down to how you accept it, correct it, or how you um, handle it. You know what I mean? You can always apologize and, be true to what really happened, or sugarcoat it, try to blame it on somebody else and complicate things. So we, you choose. What about your brother Levi when it comes to professionalism, presenting yourself as the authentic self? How did you find it rewarding?
You definitely establish this sense of trust and respect with the people you work with, and also to your superiors if you have them over you, like supervisors. And I've developed this habit of showing up to work so much earlier than I need to be, just to prepare the things that I will use when I'm going to work. And a lot of them would ask, like, why are you here so early? You could be in bed getting extra 15 minutes of sleep. And, I tell them honestly, I'd rather get up, get the momentum going. And they see that that is genuinely what I mean. Like when I answer, it's
Yeah.
truthful. So even if I were to make a mistake and I own up to it, they know legitimately I did not mean to make that mistake. Mistakes happen. They're easier to forgive it as opposed to if you trying to cover it up, trying to lie, trying to pin it on someone else. It's part of that maturity that happens when you try to be off, when you start embracing authenticity. And there's something that I read when Brother Dab was mentioning books. I had this book of like 500 something quotes, and one of them was saying, "No one's perfect. You're not going to be perfect at anything. So if there's anything to be perfect in, is be perfect at imperfection, meaning embrace who you are. Embrace your imperfections, embrace the things you don't do well. Because the sooner you're accepted, the sooner you can make do with it, to make do with the things that you do well and things like that. And then if mistakes happen along the way, everyone else will understand. And some of them will even follow in your lead. Some of them will be, oh, you want to come early too? Yes. Okay, I'm going to come over like him. And it snowballs, and it really does reflect a more what is this infectious, contagious energy as opposed to being dark and being negative and just trying to be someone else.
Yeah, and I like how brother Ralph also associated it with growth. I mean, it happens, but at least take the lesson from it and learn and grow from it. Yeah. What about brother Freddie? I know you're a daddy to my beautiful Lily girl. No, not my Lily girl. I mean, your Lily girl. I call her mine because because she's mine. Our beautiful Lily
It
girl.
was mine first, okay?
She's Las Vegas baby, she's everybody's baby. But yeah, if you like look at Lily and right now talking about authenticity, the reward, the impact, the succeed that it brought you, how do you think will you be able to like teach her how to grow up as her authentic self? Would you find it easy? Well, what will be the challenges that you think you might face along the way, and how are you planning to,
Oh, Sister
walk around
Madeline.
it?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so
You're up
you
next, Kuya Levi. So
you saved the hardest question for me, huh?
of
Okay,
course.
so um I have a formula, three words: trust,
Ooh.
friendship, and love. Right? If you're authentic all the time, if you're yourself 100%, you're going to build trust in all of your peers and your friends and so forth, workmates, classmates, and so forth, right? And that trust is going to develop into friendships. And those friendships, once you continue to cultivate those friendships and you continue to be authentic, you continue to be yourself, that friendship turns into love. So you'll have a whole bunch of people around the world who trust you and are friendly with you, but they love you so much. So by Liliana being my first and only child so far, um, I'm still stumbling through this learning process. But the cool thing about that is the love of the brotherhood. How uh, Sister Macy and Sister Mylene, and I can name 100 more brethren who love Sister Liliana. By you guys being there, you guys help out so much, just with all of the encouragements and Sister Macy giving me so many wonderful tips and so forth, and Sister Mylene is like, hey, make sure you do this when she gets sick or something. So you guys are awesome, and you make this easier than it really is. So thank you so much. But yes, those three words: trust, friendship, and love.
Wow. And I think you just made the word authenticity understandable to, a young kid, right? Because I mean, a little bit more authenticity. You can tell them that, like, what are you talking about? What authenticity are you talking about? What about you, brother Levi? How do you plan on implanting this beautiful adjective to to our little one?
Wow, that's a really good take, my brother Freddie. It's hard to follow up with him too, but I probably would follow the same lead that my grandfather did with me when he raised us, just constantly instilling into her the Christian values and doctrines, and explain to her that um, the rest of the world doesn't see the things that we do, and it's for a reason, because we are God's chosen people. We are supposed to be different from them. So there will be those in the world who will still be okay with that. They will respect you. And those are some of the people you will hold closest to you. The ones that, like Brother Freddie said, will love you despite you being this way and being different from the rest of the world. And the ones that don't, that's okay, because now you have created that category for that. That they're the ones who aren't going to accept you, so don't pay much attention to them. And some of them will be the ones you see online, social media. They're the ones who will always throw negative comments, no matter what good you do, no matter what positive intent you may have, the things that you do that are right. And there's going to be people like that throughout the world. I remember reading another saying, that quote says, the nicest person in the world, even the nicest person in the world, has enemies. There's just people who are just like that. They just want to be mean. They just want to project negative energy. So don't focus on them. Focus on the ones that you love and the ones that love you in return. And eventually you'll see this circle of people that you hold close to just grow and grow and grow, and it's so infectious. And then you'll start to see, just right off the bat, meeting people, feeling the energy, just having conversations with them, who are the ones that will be authentic to you. And no coincidence, majority of the people in that circle for me, members of the church, because we have that unifying quality, because we've trusted in God, and we've trusted that God was going to place in our lives the ones who were going to help us grow, the ones that He intended to have in our lives. And that's exactly how I want to teach Luna when she grows up. And she's going to meet some people, and then she's going to meet some people who you keep.
Oh, Kuya Levi, thank you so much for sharing that. And that's true. I mean,
I love you,
you're
Levi.
reminded almost all the time. What is that, Brother Freddie? I'm sorry. I'm sorry for talking over you. What was
I
that?
said I love you, Levi.
Ah,
I love you too, Brother Freddie.
okay. Okay, I know.
I also wanted to do a quick review of what our team live chat had been saying here, and it's really true. It hits a home run for us in this topic today. We have Sister Shen, earlier Bernardino, who mentioned that true authenticity, the INC brotherhood is basically the definition of authenticity. And then that was also, there's a few other brethren that said the same thing, actually. And then they're also saying about how every local you go, right, the same way as we discussed earlier, you feel that authentic love of the brotherhood. So thank you to our team live chat. I think the whole uh, our point into like putting this topic out is really hitting home run for a lot of our audience today.
It is, Ate Macy. And now we we turn to you and ask you for, your final takeaway of this topic. Since you have the floor, if you have something if you have an advice about being authentic to your younger self, what could it be? Or, to Amaya, Axel, and Amira, what do you think would be your best takeaway, your compelling takeaway for
When you say my younger self, you mean right now, right?
yeah, or your yesterday self.
I'm just kidding at that. No, but my eldest daughter is third grade, turning fourth grade now, right? So of course, she's building more relationships, friendships in her life. She's getting connected to a lot more people, and here and there, there are kids fight, kids, how do these things, and sometimes, when we talk, when I drive her home, that's when we normally talk about these things, and I always tell her and this I think I would say to my younger self too, is do not compromise your character for the temporary happiness of others, especially for the people of this world, right? Just because you think that your friends would be happy, for example, if you join them partying or clubbing, or you'll make them very, very happy if just for one time, you join them for all these. Do not compromise your character just because of that, because it's not going to be worth it, right? Or do not compromise your character of, for example, a lot of kids, they do dares, right? Oh, I dare you to do this, just because of that temporary thrill and a temporary maybe joy, that you could bring to your friends. Don't compromise your character and start doing all these things that are against your beliefs, against the teachings of God, and all that, because maybe when you're young right now, you see the value of it, of like being in, or like being accepted by through conforming to the things of this world. But I guarantee you'll find out in the long run, and sometimes in not a very good way, that it's not worth it.
Yes,
So yeah,
that's true.
that's my
And the aftermath, right? The aftermath may not really worth it. And that's what I tell my kids too. I'm like, whenever in doubt, ask yourself, what would a member of the Church of Christ do? What would God want me to do? And with that as their mantra, their guiding light, I think, you know, they can't go wrong. I mean, that's I think that's a good guidance, because that's how I measure things when it comes to decision making. And brother Ralph, to your young kids, to Hershey and Kuya Dom, how are you going to, like, embed this authenticity to them? Daddy did it really good, and so was Mommy Juvie, right? So how are we going to ipamana this
All right.
knowledge to them?
When it comes to kids, if Hershey and Dominic would be able to understand me right now, I'm gonna say to them, um, don't change to please other people, because you will get to live with the results. You are the director of your life, and you're also the actor. And so In short, like I said in the beginning, po, write your own story. Po. This is your story, it's not them. So just be yourself and be true to everything that you do. And most of all, be true to your faith. Ay po, thank you so much.
Thank you all so much. And this is like the time when we close our show. I can't thank you enough for all of this insightful topic discussion. Thank you so much. And I am learning so much. You guys are inspiring and motivating me to do so much better in being authentic. And with that being said, I'll give you 30 seconds each maybe to greet. And if you have any local activities to plug, let's go right head on. Brother Levi, is there anything that you want to plug or greet?
To the local congregation of West Las Vegas, I love that all of you are tuning in. I'm seeing all of your comments. And to everyone else in the district and those who have tuned in away from our district, thank you so much for tuning in. And we enjoy having everyone here with us.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Brother
Los Angeles in
Levi.
the house, actually, at the Mylene. So shout out to District of LA.
Yay, hello po. And Brother Jones, Brother Freddie.
I'm a man of not too many words, but wherever you go, this is for everybody inside the whole church. Wherever you go, whoever you're around, whatever you sing and whatever you're doing, please shine as lights of this world.
Oh, I love that, Brother Freddie. Say something, Brother Levi. Let's show them your fireworks. I like it when Kuya Levi
I'm
did
not
it.
sure. I have one of those. I think it's one of the, it's following my motion. So when I do this, like,
Yay!
let's shine,
Awesome.
shine.
I like that. Thank you, Brother Freddie. And Brother Ralph, your greetings po.
Oh yes po, greetings. Just a shout out from North Las Vegas po. Hello po to all the brethren listening and thanks for your time again. INC Radio team, you're the best po. Thank you so
Yay.
much for always being there for us and you're so consistent. I admire you guys personally. Thanks po and I love you all brethren.
Thank you for continuous support, Brother Ralph, Brother Freddie, and Brother Levi. Oh, Brother Levi is part of INC Radio. Thank you for helping out today, Brother Levi. And I think to wrap up our topic conversation to conclude authenticity as, shown by uh, our topic discussion today, evidence by research and studies is really essential, enhancing that relationship and living in harmony with our core values and beliefs as members of the Church of Christ, like what we always hear, I guess with every meeting, every worship services, we got to be 100% authentic Christians whenever, wherever, to be always pleasing to our Almighty God. And with that being said, Ati Mays, do we have any pahabol live chat comments and for our next week's topic?
Yes, I think my children are flooding the comment section right now. So shout out to Maya and Axel that are participating in the hashtag challenge. So they're always saying hashtag Las Vegas. Sister Malka says, thanks so much all the hosts, guests, viewers, and listeners of INC Radio, MTS, and then heart emoji. Sister Emeline Mendoza, thank you, INC Radio, MTS. Oh, and by the way, happy birthday to Brother Angelo Mendoza of Henderson. And of course, our brethren from West Las Vegas are saying, see you all again next Saturday. But thank you so much for everyone who have tuned in next Saturday. Actually, for the entire month of June, we will be celebrating all of the graduates in the District of Mountain States because they were authentically smart, and they were able to finish their studies, and we will take time to celebrate each and every one of you for the whole month of June. So hopefully everyone still tunes in to INC Radio Mountain State.
Congratulations to all 2024 graduates. At home we have two. And we'll be celebrating them in June. Thank you, Kaluwalpo, for suggesting those topic. And that's the end of our show. Before we end the show, of course, we would like to thank our Executive Minister, Ka Eduardo V. Manalo. Maraming salamat po sa pagmamahal at gabay. To our brother, Angelo Eranio Manalo, our CEBSI President and CEO, and also our Christian Family Organizations Coordinator. To our District Minister, Kaluwal Nukum, thank you so much po, and Ati Malka Nukum, Ka Oliver Canlas, our Assistant District Minister, and to our CFO Overseer, Brother Christian Ira Ross, Thank you po to all avid listeners and viewers of INC Radio, to our critic. Thank you for taking care of us. This is all the time we have. It's sad, but we have to say goodbye. Thank you all for watching and listening to INC Radio Mountain States Satellite Studio Broadcast. This is INC Radio, DZM 954, changing lives through God's words. Up next is INC Radio Canada. Let's all wave and say
Bye, brother.
bye, everyone. See you again
Thank
next
you to our team live
Thank you for tuning in.
chat.
Thank you so much. See everyone next week.